Hey, really fast. I really want to get this out to talk about a bunch of things. This is just an amalgamation of my thoughts on Overwatch, and it's not very coherent or makes a lot of sense or have a good flow, but it's just all my thoughts. I just want to talk about it. I go into a lot of details about different subjects and parts on the video. Not everything is like clear, so I just want to like give like a this is what the video is beforehand. And like what all the thoughts are. Like I compare Overwatch to a big game like 2K because video games have very similar problems, and sometimes you can look from other games for solutions and or learn from them. I just want to talk about having fun in the game. Like I think this game is important just to have fun in and not just sweat and try and be miserable all the time for playing every single day. Stop hating on people. I think hating on people is just overrated. Like, we can be nice people. We can be good people. We can love our fellow creators and our game developers are helping us out. Try and make a game for us, entertain us. The community itself is just kind of toxic. It has a lot of issues from not knowing how to play the game to being toxic to just not knowing what they want. And I'm not saying the devs are perfect either. They lack philosophy, which I think is really big. At least we don't know what the philosophy is, like from an outsider perspective. 5v5 is a subject in here I talked about for a second. It can work with harmonized characters, but we can try 6v6. It might be easier. But both have their ups and downs up to each their own. I'm reading the list and you stop looking down so much. Let's see. Like I would love like a big thing is like all people talk about like different things we can add to Overwatch. Like one of the big subjects right now is a show like Arcane. And I don't disagree, that'd be great, but I want something we can build upon and something that's more tangible and focused in the game. I would love something like Halo, like the Halo Forge system from the Halo series. Like that carried those games. The workshop is dead right now. It's not being worked on, and that was upgraded and fixed. We could build this game ourselves as a community as well, alongside the devs. And yeah, just the philosophy of the game. I think everyone should just have fun, play what you want, do what you can. Try if you want to. Don't try if you don't want to. Just be good people. Just into the game, it's a video game, and have fun. I hope that makes sense. If not, welcome to this wacky world. Let's go for it. Everyone's talking about Overwatch. Big hot topic. Who hasn't talked about it? But like at this point, it's not going well, but it also is. And like that's a huge diversity community because people don't understand why that is. It's because people have different opinions of what makes the game fun. People who are 6v6ers have varying opinions, obviously, but what all of them can agree upon is really just Counterwatch. Like Counterwatch is just not fun. It always existed in Overwatch 1, but it was to less of an extent than now. And players who are super flexible, like I still have fun with the game. I play all the time with my friends, but my friends don't actually. It's a lie. Sorry. I play all the time. My friends don't play as much anymore. They don't really enjoy the game anymore. And it could be a multitude of reasons. And yeah, the game has always been kind of a jokey meme. It's blah blah blah. But like, yeah, I get it. But like truly, like I have a friend, like my editor who I've mentioned a couple times, Tyler. Like he was just gutted, like in this game, Overwatch 2. Like he was an Overwatch 1 player, great player, diamond level, could play remasters. We put some time and effort into it. We like play to have fun, so like who cares, right? He was like May, like Torb, like Junkrat, and he was an off tank player, and like Sig. Sig is like the only okay player like going into Overwatch 2. But the thing is, his role was off tank. He was an off-tank player. And then his role just got completely deleted from the game. And then May got gutted, Torb got gutted, Junkrat got gutted. Like, what fun is left for him? Like, in the game. Like just to sacrifice the experience for like, whatever reason. Like, I think Jake is a good example. Everyone knows Jake from Overwatch. He got killed by the Pixel God, but like, oh well. This started with the point of being people don't really understand why the game is so, like, split. Like, the community, I should say, so split. Like, so a lot of people are, hey, we should be 6v6. A lot of people are like, hey, we should be 5v5. I'll fix it. Jake, I believe, is a 5v5er. Spoiler alert, I'm technically a 6v6er, but 5v5 can work. It's not the way I want to go. It can work, though. But that's the big thing. Want. Keyword, want. And Jake is a good player, a good flex player, and so this isn't, 5v5 doesn't affect him anymore. At the end of the day, I just want to play my character in a hero-based shooter, right? I want to build, like little Pig Zarya, I like Big Zarya guy right now, and just run it down main and have fun. A lot of things I'm truly ignorant about. Like I'm ignorant about a lot of things in life, and like including Overwatch. But I did play this game for 8 years, play at a competitive level, coach it, whatever, blah blah blah. is I don't understand, like, obviously the business side behind what happened and everything. Like Team 4, Bobby Kotick, you name it, right? Jeff Kaplan, PvE. I got the surface level, right? I wish PvE came. It didn't. The bed happens. Go next. I don't know if it's a whole new Team 4. Pretty sure it is from what I understand. I believe in them. I don't know. We have aggressive changes. They're reacting fast. They're good patches. Like the patch before this patch, like, despite, like, this patch was controversial, like, it's not the reason why it's a bad patch isn't because of what it's inside of it itself. It's the philosophy behind it. Because, like I said, it's what makes the game fun. The want of it. I'm literally lost the point. Like five paragraphs ago. You better focus, camera. But, like, I'll get there. I promise. So, like, because basically, guys, 2K is a basketball game for those who don't know, and a lot of you players don't play basketball. Neither did I. Like I said, I never grew up playing. I was an asthmatic. I had a basic understanding of basketball. I was a mascot from elementary school, so I watched it. Like, I understand ball go and hoop, get point good for your team good. I understood what a dribbling was. But anyways, so I had a comparison between 2K and Overwatch due to the similarities and stagnations of the gameplay loop. 2K is a yearly release game, but the past couple of years have been what's called do it all or demigod build mode. Basically, making your own character in 2K. Everybody makes it so you can do a little bit of everything, and you're kind of like a demigod or do it all build. That leads to everyone playing the same way on the court, and then lead to a 5-out, and the gameplay loop being kind of dry, stagnate, and stale. Overwatch can have a similar problem, and it has with Malga. People just shoot a Malga because it's the only thing they can do, and stale. And it's like, how is this working? And like, what is the point? So basically, I have a friend who plays 2K, and I was talking about, like, hey, what do you think the idea of 2K going back to specialization builds versus do-it-all builds? So I used to think I like do-it-all builds. I like build do everything, skill expression, and it was really cool. And he was like, I like more specialization builds because you could still do it all on specialization builds, just not to the same extent. And it basically paints a better picture of skill expression and what you could do versus everyone just being the same. Even though there were specializations, you could still do a little bit of everything, and it worked out. And so in Overwatch 2, we're having an issue where, at least in the 5v5 format, tank needs to be more do-it-all and less uniqueness. Because you have a character like D.Va, over the recent patch changes, she got buffed her defense matrix, which does not help her at all with any of her weaknesses. It only just makes her strength even stronger. Her specialization is more exacerbated. And if we choose to make her more of a do-it-all and then give her some, like, just examples, some kind of play against Zarya to make her ineffective against Zarya, it would bring her to more do-it-all, because she right now she can do a couple things, and she cannot do this one thing against Zarya at all. So that would bring her a line, because in 5v5 all these characters have these niches and these uniquenesses that everyone loves, but they can be exploited very easily. Reinhardt's just short, a low range brawler. You stay away from him. You use high ground, all this. You used to be able to have a Zarya could bubble him, or a D.Va could fly over the main wall and help him out, but now he doesn't have that, and so he needs this more do-it-all to help him survive. Or we can go to a 6v6 format, which has all the bunch of issues. I'm not saying it's perfect, but one of the things it does solve is that you can have these specialization tanks have these hero fantasies and still make it work, because your weaknesses are then covered and not exploited. The problem with it is that some people don't mind swapping. Like I said, Jake. And to an extent, I don't either. Not everyone does that. People just want to play their hero and have fun. And that's just how the game works. And this game is so counter-swap heavy, it is meta-defining. Like, there are really outlandish examples. Like, this guy. Great player, great coach. Anyways. So, like, he had a point in one of his videos that I just do not care to find. But, like, he is, like, a top 500 player. Like, better than, like, again, I ever will be. And he has an account hard stuck Masters. There's a reason why he's stuck, because, like, it's a counter swap thing, and it kind of becomes 50-50. And, like, you can argue that swapping heroes, because there's two point of views of it, because Jake is a skillful player, and he can swap to all these heroes. That does take skill to do all these things and express it. At the same time, yes, that is a good skill expression. You can show Jake has all these vast knowledge of all these heroes, can play in different play styles, but he's also a rank 1 player, an Overwatch League player, coach, and everything, right? Little Timmy in Masters facing Greedy U is not Jake. And right, so why is little Timmy beating Greedy U? Because he can just swap. Like, if Greed just walks out on Ryan, he just loses first point because, like, Like, imagine they're on defense, whatever. You're on first one Kings row, and they just come out, like I said, on Pharmacy, May, Moira, Lucio, and Hog. Like, just what do you do? And, like, the only choice you have is hope you have supports, because supports define this game. Like, yes, Tank is the Giga Chad role, like Godzilla, King Kong, but, like, he can't do anything if he doesn't have the supports to stand on him. Like, obviously, you have, there's, 4 heroes in support categories, I'm thinking, maybe missing one, that are just defining the role. It's Ana, Kiriko, Baptiste, Illari. Illari is kind of a weird one because she's newer, and, like, her, defining thing I'm going to talk about in a second is defining the others. But what makes those supports different from all the others is they have an ability that's literally just broken compared to the other supports. Like, it's as simple as that. Suzu, broken. Lamp, broken. Ana's fair. Don't get me wrong. She is fair, but it's still broken. Like, but it's a fun broken, a fair broken. I wouldn't change 1880 yet. I would hope it would add more anti-nade abilities into the game so that way they can reduce anti from a 100% no heal to a less, 70%. Because, if you can't stack 2 antis, that'd just be absolutely broken. But if they reduce, but anyway, that's a whole different conversation, meta crafting in theory. Because like I said before, this game is solvable in 5v5. You can make a balanced game in 5v5. You don't have to counter swap all the time. Avril was a great point about harmonizing the game. Like, we should play the great 6v6 support game. But the problem is people just have a tough time understanding harmonization because they take it to the extremes. It's a solvable game. But the big point was I think the big problem with Overwatch is community, and people in general. And the thing is that probably will never change, but we can at least try. I think trying for the impossible is a very honorable thing to do, and it's a good thing, bro. I don't know. Let's look at the indomitable human spirit. It's just. I think it's a great story for humans. But anyways, for people. Jesus Christ, I'm like an alien. I'm a robot guy. You didn't know. Anyways, so all these people, like I said, are just not if you don't like what Jake thinks, or you don't like what your Overwatch Frito thinks, you don't like SVB thinks, you don't like what Samito thinks, whatever, right? You can hate these people all you want, but you shouldn't hate them. They're still people talking about a video game. At the end of the day, it is just a video game. It is something we all are passionate and love, don't get me wrong, but it is still just a video game. You shouldn't send, death threats or call someone, absolute, heinous words or slurs or whatever, because you disagree with them. Hey guys, the community is the problem. 6v6 isn't coming back, and it sucks. Honestly, but 5v5 is solvable. It's taking a lot of time and effort. It's going to suck, but we can do our best to negate that. And stop being rude to people. Honestly, these content creators and these devs, they're humans too. They're cool people. We can do this, guys. It's okay. We can be nice. We don't have to call people slurs. I don't know why it's so hard, but we could do it, right? Epic pen lore. So I got my epic pen from A10 because I saw him use it, but I also see Spilo uses it. So who used it first? Do you think A10 used it first or Spilo used it first? I wanted to say A10 so I can just make fun of Spilo because it's funny. I love Spilo because I'm a shill for him. So you have characters in a game, and imagine they have different attributes. You got your speed, your power, and I don't know, your agility, right? And they have different ranges, right? So things will be good at different things. You have a person over here that's super fast, low power, kind of agile, and so on, right? Yeah, to an extent, if you have too many of these, their niches and their strengths and their weaknesses become more apparent and exacerbated. Is that the right word? I really hope that's the right word. I'm so bad at English, guys. First language, by the way. The differences of the characters don't be great. So a big problem with people's patch, the last one, was that it exemplifies the weaknesses. It doesn't cover the what the characters have. D.Va doesn't like playing against Zarya on low, flat maps. D.Va can play against Zarya on something like Gibraltar or Dorado, where there's a lot of high ground. She can go up and down. But obviously Zarya can do tricks here and there, jumps and stuff. But for the most part, right? So how she gets a slight damage increase, which is literally in terms. I know Overwatch isn't a vacuum, but in a vacuum, against a decently charged Zarya, that does absolutely nothing. And then this literally does nothing against a fully charged Zarya. So like her weaknesses aren't helped by this patch at all, but her strengths got strengthier. You know, she is better at shutting down people she's good at, and she is still weak against people she's weak at. So it doesn't help. So like, I you know, I don't know who the first person to say this. I go back to Avril and try to make all the characters more similar. And so like, people are like, oh, I don't want everything to be stale, boring, bland game. Going back to SVB, right? I never really cared about the Overwatch community. Never like talked to people online or joined pugs or discords and like that. Sorry. I'm talking a lot, my throat's parched. But like I remember a thing that bugged me is back in console, like Xbox was called the Great Silencing. When Echo was released on console, fun fact, there was a bug on where you could not talk in Overwatch. You couldn't talk. There was no ping system either. So like, all you had was like up and I'm like my ultimate. And so you just killed the game. You couldn't talk. There was no way to communicate. There was no type bar back then. And the game was dying. And crossplay wasn't there, so it was just the Xbox like ecosystem, and I was mad. I was like, hey, my game is dying. I want to do something. Like, I want to play with people. So I went to go do some pugs on the SVB server. And like, I'm a GM console player, and I didn't really play PC. So I loaded up PC, and I told them, it's like, hey, GM console player, I want to play pugs. Pugs are ranked, blah, 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 all this stuff. They're like, hey, just place your account, no worries. I'm like, okay, I placed plat, because I got like 4 wins, I think. So 5. So I can place diamond. Go back for system fixed. It might not be how it works anymore. It definitely wasn't working in Overwatch 1 though, to an extent. But anyways, and then I got into a plat lobby because I was plat on my account and I couldn't see my GM console rank, and guess what? They're plats. I shit on them. And I got banned for smurfing. And it pissed me off. Like it was so annoying. And then like I remember talking to SVB about it. He's like I said talking to him, I was kind of mentioning his chat. And I was just mad about it. Like, but no, SVB is a great guy. I love him. I love his content. Great human being, right? I would be friends with this guy if I know him. But also weird, like, streamer perspective where, like, you can form a relationship with a streamer or, like, someone you've watched because you experienced so much time with them, but they don't have that same, like, no, feeling back because you're no. I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm a random person on the internet. Like, I really watched SVB for years. Like I know him. But, like, anyways, I was just mad. Like, I was annoyed. It's like, okay, it's annoying. And then he did the rank gauntlet thing, which is really cool. Like, people will try out different like streamers and like or other people will go into this rank gauntlet and they'll try to beat like challenges. Like, oh, I'll face like 5 plats, but I can't use my ult. Blah blah blah. This, lost with this. But I wanted to do it because I thought it'd be really cool, and also I'd be really good at it. Like, because I spent so much time smurfing. It's not like brag or anything, it's just life, bro. Like, I spent a lot of time smurfing and trying to work with low level players. And so I know how to work around that. I'd be out on the farm in that game. Like, I remember a whole rant about Boger. I love Boger, by the way. Boger, mad at you, bro. Told you, bro. Control center is not the wave because of resource like separation. They put 5 people on the point, bro. It's only one of you. It doesn't matter. You can't do it. You have to do payload. It's like it's the only way. You could do hybrid, maybe. Payload is just the best way to do it. Like, if you're doing 1v5, just it's the best way. But anyways, I couldn't join to either face a streamer or be with a person because I play console. I mean, that's just dumb. Like, and he was right. Yeah, he was like, yeah, it is dumb. But you know what also was dumb? Me having to deal with all the ness about him. Like, that is so true. That is dumb. And if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't want to deal with that easier. It's so much easier just like, no console players, because like all these Twitch members and people like, but console isn't really doing this, that, and like, whatever. It's annoying, right? And I wouldn't want to deal with it either. Like, it's just a situation. And so like, that's one of the things that made me step out and talk. And negatives do bring out things to people. It's just how it is. And I don't hate SCP. I say I love SCP. Great. Still watch his channels. Still subscribe. Like, yo, subscribe to the Soak, whatever. Like, all that stuff. Anyways, I just didn't like how that was handled. And that's okay. And then he probably didn't either. I'm sure he doesn't either. I wish he could be like, yeah, let's play with console players too. Because who gives a shit? Let's have fun. But there's people like, actually, on console players are worse than PC players because blah 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 this, blah blah that. I'm like, bro, who cares? Who cares, bro? I'm better than all of you. Like, I don't care. How many of you hit 4.2? Let me know. All right, okay, cool. Anyways, this is mostly the devs. I know you want to get your feedback from everyone, and like that, like the feedback you should accept from casuals and from people who post to like r/Overwatch or r/competitive or like the Blizzard forums. All those people are dumb. Like I said, I'm not being rude. I am being rude. I'm sorry. But in terms in the context of Overwatch, I'm sure these are all great, smart human individuals who do a lot of great, amazing things outside of a video game. But inside this video game, they're dumb. They don't know how this game works. This game's been 8 years. People just don't accept depths. They're not talking about people in the Blizzard forums, people on like all this. They don't know what they're talking about. Don't listen to them. They know what they can listen to them all. The thing they do know is what's fun. That's the one thing, because the community will tell you what's fun and not fun, right? And you don't have to be a GM level player to see that something isn't fun, right? You have to be a GM level player to be like, hey, guess what? Winston doesn't counter Symmetra, right? I know it's a hot topic that like bring it counters, but like my hypothesis is back in the day, Symmetra used to have 6 turrets, and Winston could swipe over them and instantly kill all of them. And then he was pretty effective against her. But now, 250 HP Symmetra with a beam that fully charges, like super fast, and it goes through, ramps up on shield and with like last damage. You don't counter Symmetra. Like, yeah, but if Symmetra's played on Gibraltar, you could pick Winston to be effective against her because she has low-ish mobility with a TP and lowest range. Like, I guess the better example would be is like, I were to put a poll right here, right? It'd be against everyone. I'm doing it right now. I'm asking you all, actually, including everyone in the comments. Who counters who, right? 2 characters, right? You have Widowmaker and you have Junkrat, right? Who counters who? If you answer Junkrat, you're wrong. If you answer Widowmaker, you're also wrong. Like, you know why? It's a trick question. Circumstances, situations, context, and nuance, guys. All that matters, right? If you're a Junkrat fighting against a Widowmaker on Havana with all the range in the world, you're gonna lose because you have to close that distance. You can't do that. But if you're a Widowmaker facing a Junkrat inside a little room on Lee Jane Control Tower, guess what? Or Control Center, on Lee Jane Tower Control Center, guess what? You're probably gonna lose because you're in this tiny room with a Junkrat. Like. So who counters who? And like obviously you can say, well, Max, you can paint with like broad strokes. So in general or majority of time, yes, in general or majority of time, Widow counters Junkrat because she just clicked the head, right? She has the range, he doesn't. Range is OP. So yeah, the counters, like people don't truly understand counters. Like Winston doesn't counter Symmetra, right? Symmetra can be effective against Winston. Winston can be effective against Symmetra. It just depends on the situation, circumstances, context, and nuance, right? But like holistically, right? There's a concept in video games that like, where is it? That I want to explain. Like, and obviously it's game to game, but like there is like a general consistency. It's like shotguns versus snipers. Great video. Nightmare for developers and players, right? So like snipers by this guy right here, Arch. But the point, basically, the summary is that like a sniper rifle compared to a shotgun is just on paper better in every single way. So a shotgun cannot shoot a sniper from really far, or one hit a sniper from really far, right? But a shotgun, on average, right, can one hit you, depending on the shotgun, all this stuff, right? But can kill you one hit, point blank range. But still can the sniper, which is a little harder, right? But like as people evolved, as we humans got better with our mice and such, with our thumbsticks too, we can just aim better. We're just better. And so like a sniper is just better than a shotgun. Always click your head first. And so range has always been an issue, right? And I want to see when range first started being an issue. Let's go back millions of years, or billions of years, not millions of years, or tens of millions, 100 millions, I don't know, right? I'm ignorant here. But like the point being is back when we had hominins, Neanderthals, and such, right? Running around with humans. You know what made us the dominant species on Earth besides our intelligence? Like, obviously, it's our intelligence that do it. We learned how to pick up a rock or a stick, throw it. That's it. Range, baby. We became the most dominant species on the planet, just like that. Range is OP, and like I can keep going. Amongst like this is kind of really weird, but I remember I used to not like fencing as a kid because I thought it just looked weird. I was like, what do you mean? It's not like big, burly testosterone men swinging giant knights and armors swinging around. That's not cool. Little did I know that like fencing is actually really cool. Like I think the sport of it now, I love it. Swords, I always wondered why was fencing the most popular like sport? Why wasn't something like katanas more popular? Well, because in real life, in combat, person with range won, right? In fencing, it's all about poking. the range, the lunge, right? That is the longest strike you can take in a sword fight, and range is OP. If you watch historical movies, or you watch movies or TV or cinema where people are medieval or times before guns, and they all carry around swords and shields, that wasn't normal. They wouldn't carry around swords, they carry around spears, halberds. You know why? They were longer. Range is better. And in fencing, and actually in sword fights, fun fact, like, the most common way to lose a sword fight was not getting stabbed like through the heart or something like that. Is you just got nicked in the hand and you dropped your sword. Now you can't hold your sword, and then you get stabbed in the head or the heart, right? So it's not very cinematic to show people hiding behind shield just poking things, right? Because it's the most effective way to play the game. Obviously, talk about spears and stuff and the mainland troops. That's cool, but you know what? People really used a lot of archers. You know why? They had range. I could shoot you with, and they're really easy to train too. It took a lot of skill to train a swordsman. It's not a lot of skill to go boop, boop. Do that with 1,000 people. They won. You just keep going. Range has been OP forever, right? And it always will be because it's an effective thing. I hit you before you can hit me. That's why double shield sucks in Overwatch 1. Honestly, start with my girlies, my gays, my theys, my zesties, everyone, everyone, you know what I'm talking about. But like they understand. I posted it for a reason because like I feel like this video resonated with me like more than like any other video in such a long time. Because I'll just be hanging out with my friends wanting to play Overwatch, and we'll just hop into a game and people will just be so angry over it. And just like, bro, we're carrying you and we're having fun and you're angry about it. It's just like Boger's reaction here makes me laugh every single time.
Yeah, but serious question, why
are you 3 and 5? Why are you 3 and 5?
I love it. I love it. Just why are you 3 and 5? Immediately, because it's just true. It's just like, who cares? They're yapping, they're having fun, and then Boger is going to carry him. So just shut up and let him have a fun time. I think fun can happen in Overwatch, like even in this competitive game. You can have casual moments in a competitive time and still win. But talking about quick play, which is supposed to be the casual mode outside of competitive, is super sweaty. And I think a way that we can change that, which wouldn't work probably 100%. Basically, this is Max Hopperman. He designed a lot of the skill-based matchmaking components of Halo 2 and Halo 3, which were one of the biggest multiplayer like foundations and for competitive FPSs. And basically, the reply to the article is talking about how skill-based matchmaking, not having it wouldn't work, and he's saying, it would, because I have my own version of it. And when he implemented, I'll read a little bit. He worked in Halo 2 and Halo 3. Well, I implemented cleanly divided the space into ranked and unranked matchmaking playlists. Ranked filter opponents based on level. This is for when you want a competitive match, but even then, I intentionally allow for variability in the range of levels we match you with. This, that's because of queue time and stuff like that, which makes sense. The variability was the topic for hot debate internally. During development 20 years ago, obviously no one wanted to get stopped continuously. On the flip side, it gets dull for most people, continuously stopping others. However, it is fun having the upper hand some of the time. And that is true. Sometimes you want to go into a game and win. Sometimes you want to stop here and there. It feels good to be good, at least a little bit, sometimes. And so, by intentionally allowing the range of skills to match together, we provided 3 experiences ranked matchmaking. The easier one where you can kick butt, a harder one where you get outmatched, and an evenly matched one. My theory was a good mix of these was a 3 ideal. And this is true. I feel like having a 3 of these is good, because right now quick play is just sweaty, and it's never fun. If I wanted to sweaty, I'd go to comp, and it's both sweaty. I want to play with my friends in quick play. I sign up to Smurfs now, because my main account MMR is GM. We're gonna match against other people who are GM, and it's just not fun for anyone. And especially since if there's 2 or 3 GMs, the game just immediately makes it just not fun anymore. They're stacking and sweating, and it's just bro, what is this? This is quick play. Why can't we just chill? Why can't I just go off roll and have a fun time on Doomfist or something? It's just characters I don't play. And I guess continuing on reading the tweet. Why not always evenly match people, though? My reasoning was that these are actually the most stressful matches of this set. Sure, they're most fun to watch for spectators. Games come into the wire, but that's because teams that win is the team that performs expectations. The failure of modern skill-based matchmaking, in my honest opinion, is that it's designed to maximize these perfect matches scenarios and minimize the others. When it's working, a majority of the games become super tight, super stressful. That's not fun for most players. Where is the variability? And that's just true. These quick play game matches are super stressful. They're not fun. People can't just hop on and have a good time anymore. And back in the day, Halo, you could have all of it. You had custom games, people who wanted to just not sweat, and just chill out with friends and do this, do that. Overwatch still has that, but not to an extent, because Forge carried custom games to an extent that Halo Infinite did not work because of did not have Forge at launch. Let's see. I haven't got to unranked playlist yet. I designed these not to factor in skill level in the search for opponents. Yes, our engineers utilize the same code base. We kept skill level criteria, but we statistically deprioritize it. Substantially deprioritize. I can't do it. I went to speech therapy for 10 years about R's and L's. He did it in ranked, and I think I don't mind having it in how we have it now in tight matchmaking and ranked now. I think that's better. But the fact that he had it at all, I think, is a good idea. For these quick play, it can also reduce queue times, because a lot of queue times right now are just trying to find you matchmaking player to player the best experience. And this, there we go. It segregates high players, high ranking players. I think that something that's missed out in games is whenever I log on Call of Duty back when I was a kid, I could run into a streamer or a YouTuber, and that was really cool. It didn't matter what my SR was. Even if they're way better than me, I could still run into them. And that was fun. That was cool. It's a cool experience. But maybe not now. I don't know the streamer side. I'm not a big streamer. Maybe it would be really terrible. But I think it would be cool. We'll just go in quick play and have a chance to be able to see someone that it's oh my god, that's Kevster. You know, I would never be in his SR range. Never. But I don't know. But his point being, segregating saying high skill players from the population at large, forcing long wait times on them is a form of discrimination. Designers should have to try to find a way that players of all skills can have fun together. Casual and consequential unranked matchmaking is one way, and I think that's good. As a high ranked player, I don't mind. I'm low GM here. I don't mind having to relate long queue times for comp. That is fine for quality games, but in quick play, I think it should be able to just go 1-to-1.
Yeah, I peaked years ago in everything. I don't know. I'm mostly an Overwatch player. I played FPS as video games my whole life. I've won some tournament money. I've never done anything pro league wise. I've coached on the collegiate level. I've hit equivalent of GM or top 500 in Overwatch, Halo, Gears of War, Rainbow Six Siege,
Call of Duty,
I guess 2K, and then I'm getting close in Valorant. I don't know. Play games a lot. I do philosophy too. I don't know. How the f*** do you end a video?